Yes, is this the Tomahawk helpline? Well, no, I'm not sure if it's really a Tomahawk problem. You see, my wife thinks I have too many and that I'm not paying enough attention to her. You think what now? You think she thinks I love Tomahawks more than her? Well, that's ridiculous. No, you must be kidding. No. I can't do that. That's the only way, huh? Two, Ted, Fast Hawk with the war paint. I love it. Gentlemen, I have a problem. I must prove to my wife that I love her more than I love Tomahawks, and so to do so, I must destroy one of you. That is correct. You are embarking on a mission from which one of you will not return. A mission full of obstacles and more difficult things for you to get through to prove your worth. Howdy. Welcome to Anderson Family Survival. Today we're talking about Tomahawks.
Tomahawks? Oh yeah, let me do it. Please, 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 please.
I don't think I should.
Oh, come on, you think a funny day like you can do it like me? It'll be fun. Come on, come on, come on.
Promise to be professional.
Oh yeah, I'll be the most professional redneck you ever saw. Oh yeah, professional all the way. Come on, Fuddy Duddy.
All right then. All right, y'all. So, first things first, what we have here is it's a Black Legion Tomahawk. It's aggressive, light, and agile, and ready to take on anything in front of you that isn't hard. Yeah, it's a throwing axe, y'all. It's not made for chopping. Therefore, y'all, I don't recommend this one for your survival pack or anything of the nature. All right? Ow! Next, we got the Kit Ray Air Cobra. Now, a name like that really inspires you, don't it? Just makes you think, oh, this venomous little thing. Yeah. Now, although this, like the other one, is like the solid metal but nice and thin, it's a little bit better quality, y'all. It's made of AUS 6 steel, and y'all, this thing is very balanced, very comfortable to throw, a lot of fun, and it's actually not too bad at chopping. I mean, it takes a little longer, but it'll get the job done. Let's put it the right way. All right, now here we go. We got the SOG Fast Hawk. This bad boy, oh, sorry, I got carried away. Supposed to be professional. So, yo, the Kit Ray Air Cobra is 10 3/4 inches. Got a leather wrapped handle. Full tang AUS steel. This bad boy right here, whoo, it is fun to throw.
Hey!
Now, SOG Fast Hawk. Yes, sir. This is one of my favorites. I love this little guy. Woo! I tell you right now. Now, 12.5 inches overall length. Fiberglass handle. Which is what we were talking about, them ballistic polymers. Yeah, it's one of them things. Now, the steel on this is 420 stainless steel. 420 stainless steel, y'all. Y'all, it's fast, it's light, it's accurate. It'll make you happy. Next, we got the M48 Tactical Tomahawk. Yes, sir. This bad boy right here is 15 inches in length. It's got a reinforced fiberglass handle. And it's made of a 2CR13 steel. Yeah, that's Chinese nomenclature for 420 steel. So, anyhow, this thing's awesome, y'all. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I helped a buddy take down a house with this Tomahawk right here. In fact, that's why we went back and sharpened it. Then we have the M48 Destroyer Tactical Tomahawk. Y'all, it's the same thing, just a little bit meaner. And what do I like? I like mean. Why? Because I'm a Marine. Anyhow, now, Smith&Wesson Extraction and Evasion 1070 high carbon steel, full tank construction, Kraton enforced handle. This thing is a beast, and it will tear anything up, I tell you. Oh, or at least put a scratch on it, because I mean, I don't think it'd go through the tank, but I'd like to give it a try sometime. Anyhow,
Oh, jeez, man.
let's get to the demonstrations, y'all. All right, now, I can see you wondering, how is this crazy redneck going to demonstrate how to use a Tomahawk? Well, y'all, I figured I needed a consistent material. 2x4. That's right. I bought one 2x4, 16 foot, cut in 4 sections for you. We're going to come through here, 30 seconds of chopping, and then 30 seconds with the spike. We're going to see what gets through here and what don't, and see how fast it gets. All right, y'all? So here we go. All right, guys. 30 seconds of chopping, and I'm going to try to save myself some wood here. Begin. And that's time. So let's see here. Alrighty. You know, that really ain't too bad for how light this thing is. It's really not intended for chopping, and so it just really got right in there. I'm truly, truly happy with that. Alright? You know, you can chop light, soft wood with the Fast Hawk. Which, if you're in a pinch and just need some heat, firewood. Okay, let's reset our timer and hit this thing with the spike. I'm going to come around here for that. Ready, and go. And that's time. As you can see, I mean, I chewed it up. We got in there, but we did not get all the way through. So that's it for the Fast Hawk, y'all. Considering it's really made to be a throwing Tomahawk, I would say that's really and truly not too terrible. Alright, next up is the M48 Tactical Tomahawk. And y'all, I think we're getting through this probably. Ready, and go. Well, that ain't fair. Alright, round 2. I guess they all need their own board. So, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. And exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love Marine Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love Marine 4. 1, 2, 3. Hoorah! Alright guys, thought this would be a good angle to demonstrate this spike as it attacks this 2x4. 30 seconds. Here we go. There we go. And she's ripped in half. Started tearing into the second one. So it don't take you long to get through the M48 Tactical Tomahawk. Now, why would I even bother bringing out the Destroyer Tactical Tomahawk and the Smith&Wesson Extraction and Evasion Tomahawk when they've both been discontinued? Well, that's because both United Cutlery or M48 and Smith&Wesson have similar models out right now that should perform pretty similarly. Hopefully, one day we can see a rematch between the new models that each company has. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Here we go. M48 Tactical Destroyer Tomahawk. Oh man, this one shouldn't take very long, guys. Ready and exercise. "30 seconds already? Well, surely this is a good chunk of dadgum 2x4. Alright. Let's finish her off with the spike. 30 seconds. Here we go. I'm coming through the top. Or maybe not. Okay. Or maybe not. Okay, we ain't going through the top. We're coming through the side. But we got plenty of time because this thing can do it. Ready? Here we go. Y'all, I've already done a demonstration like this before, and I did not resharpen my tomahawks afterwards. I shouldn't have had to, but I did put them through some pretty tough stuff. We look for the Lord's blessings everywhere. Yes, I was laid off, but that's an open door for a new opportunity, y'all. And that's one that I just kind of jumped through. I'm acting on faith here. I'm going to finish setting this up, y'all, and we'll bring out the Smith&Wesson. Yes, su domine, yes, requiem. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. That's right, the exciting climax to our tale. The Smith&Wesson Extraction and Evasion. I'm kidding, y'all. We got a whole lot more coming. You just keep watching. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready? Let's not use them all. Well, would you look at that? All right, ears. Some of y'all get that. All right, here we go with the spike. Ears. No, still nothing? All right, here we go. And begin. that concludes our demonstration for today, at least as far as chopping and spiking goes.
Ow, my toe.
Let's get a drink of water and find something else to tear up. Well, you know, I found something else that's good for... I'm just playing, y'all. I mean, it's a decent little throwing axe, y'all. It's just... I personally don't care for it that much. Maybe one day they can show me something I will like, and I will gladly say, hey, y'all, it's a good thing. Until then, that's what we got. Here's what it can do. It will go into metal. And that actually wasn't too bad, but as far as like trying to do that continuously, y'all, don't hurt yourselves. Alright. Okay, so for this demonstration, our Tomahawks will have 30 seconds to inflict as much damage in their sector as they can. First up, Fast Hawk. Now, little buddy, don't even think about the people watching. Just imagine they're in their underwear, all right? Ready? Just 30 seconds. Ready? Here we go. Oh, getting a little shy, are we? Oh, that was time. So as you can see, our Fast Hawk really didn't do too bad. I mean, you can at least see through there, and a little bit more time and effort if I just kept prying. You see, I mean, that's part of it. It ain't just what can you get through hitting. It's what can that hit give you the ability to do. Alright? Now we go to the M48 Tactical Tomahawk. 30 seconds. Ready, go! There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I'm hitting the pallet behind it. All right. Time was somewhere in there. Now, as you can see, I think I was hitting the same holes over and over again, just making them bigger and bigger. But that thing, that's what this thing's good for. I mean, I'm really tearing in here, and now see I got a thin piece of metal right there. You just work that spike in there, pop it on. Well, maybe not. There we go. With a little effort. Alright, so let's keep moving. One other thing I'd neglected to mention, which was unprofessional of me, and I'm remedying my mistakes. Y'all, this is a bus shelf. A shelf off of a bus. Back in the days of the Flintstones, we had shelves on our buses. And we didn't have as many nice Tomahawks either. But this shelf here is nice thick metal. It's a little bit thicker than the other sheet metal I'd gotten off of a vehicle door not too long ago, and I thought that would be a better and easier way to test it. And we found out that it blunts the tip of the Destroyer Tactical Tomahawk, and but this thing right here, you know, we've had this thing for years and years and years, and this is good old metal right here. Very useful for lots of things. and I just tore it up like a daggum ding dong. Anderson family survival, that's what we do. Alright, so the form that I use when I throw a Tomahawk is I like to have my entire arm, my wrist, my elbow, and my shoulder lined up with my Tomahawk. All one line. My wrist rests comfortably. Alright? Straight, but comfortable. Now you can throw your Tomahawk overhand or sidearm, but you still want everything lined up. That's the way that I do it. If you know a better way, let me know and I'll try it out. So let's throw some Tomahawks. 2020, this is for you. Now, what about that Black Legion I was showing you earlier? Well, here we go. I don't like throwing it just because it's just not comfortable. Kind of awkward to throw. Very lightweight. Kit Ray Air Cobra. Looks like it hit with the very top. Now we're going to start getting up to the bigger ones. We got the M48 Tactical Tomahawk. That was a pretty good hit. M48 Destroyer Tactical Tomahawk. Oh, that was a little high. Smith&WESSON Distraction and Evasion. Looks like it hurt. Y'all, there's things to consider when throwing a Tomahawk for self-defense. One is that you don't necessarily have to hit where you intend to hit for it to be effective. What I mean is, when you throw a Tomahawk, you're thinking, I want the blade or the spike to hit the target, and that's the effectiveness part of it. And yes, that is the most effective part, or way to do it. But it don't always happen. Y'all look at this. That is a solid steel head. The top of this hitting hurts really, really bad. This handle, when this thing's flying through the air, I mean, if I really chuck this thing nice and good, that handle's whipping around. So if you want to make yourself a bigger target and throw away a perfectly good weapon for self-defense, which I'm not showing you because I am not a certified instructor. Y'all, don't throw your Tomahawks unless you're already winning. And even then, still don't do it. But it is a good way to get out and have some fun with the family. And that's something that we're talking about here on Anderson Family Survival. Y'all, it's about family. If you need a better way to get somebody or get members of your family out here to have some fun, buy some cool looking Tomahawks, bring them out here and throw them. All right? Telling you, it is a lot of fun. And that one just wants to stick in every time I throw it. I mean, Sog Fast Hawk, y'all. I mean, I'm just really close. I'm not trying to be spectacular or awesome, but that is just fun. Y'all about to get Tomahawked, or maybe not. Hadouken! Kamehameha! So I thought to myself, how could we add some flavor and diversity to our demonstration? And you know what myself said? Myself said, bring in flavorful items that explode when they're hit. So y'all, watermelon. M48 Tactical Tomahawk. But this one's a heck of a lot cooler. Let's throw it and see what happens. Alright, so watermelon versus Fast Hawk. Here we go. Well, that was somewhat disappointing, y'all, but kind of cool. We had the handle bust straight through the rind there. And while we're here, we can go ahead and talk about what happened to this FastHawk yesterday. When I didn't realize I had run out of storage space on my phone. Get some of that off of there. Alright. See if we can get y'all a good look here. You see there, this one got hit by a second FastHawk. This one took a more direct hit years ago. So when I say that I recommend the FastHawk, I'm telling you right now that I am not worried about that right there. A little uncomfortable, but with a little bit of sanding, I can get that fixed. Now, that other one, like I said, for years, has had that direct hit straight on the edge of that handle. And it has never given me an issue. You may notice also, I've already cleaned it up a little bit. I shouldn't have, but I didn't have a way to record it yesterday either. See, where's my finger? Okay. So, when this thing had hit, the blade of it, come around this way, the blade of it kind of came right in and just sliced through that handle. And when it did, it laid up what had been cut, was just kind of sticking up off of there. When you have wood-handled Tomahawks or things like that and you hit another one, you're liable to splinter or crack all through there. I have not noticed that the fiberglass handles have done that. They seem to limit the damage to where the damage occurred and not allow it to travel any further. So y'all, that's a plus. And something to think about when you're getting Tomahawks or any kind of, because they make hatchets with these, fiberglass handles too. So y'all think about these kind of things, and if that kind of thing bothers you where you'd go ahead and get a new one, hey, go get a new one. That's who makes it. Right there.
Round 2, fight! Yes!
Let's take a look at the damage. Slide y'all out of the tripod here. Zoom to a proper distance. Alrighty. So, we have our FastHawk, which left a nice little hole there. Peekaboo. Then you got the tactical Tomahawk, which, yes, it got a better hit on the thing, but it just split it straight in half. I can't wait to watch that. Finish him! Fatality. Tomahawk wins. How do y'all like that watermelon filter, huh? Alright, so now that we done did that, let's come over here and I'm going to show y'all how to clean up after you made a mess of some watermelon. Oh, there you are. I was wondering. I kind of got started without y'all. Alright, so this thing was all dirty and nasty, just like that side. It's covered in watermelon juice, which is mostly water, but it's still sticky. So, all I'm doing, I'm just going to rinse it off with water, y'all. It don't take a whole lot, which is good, because water will save your life. Alright, well, I've heard a lot of stuff, but water is supposed to save your life. Anyhow, then, once you got it all good and wet and looking all shiny and clean and focus, Camry. There we go. Now, once you got her looking all sexy like that, what you're going to do is you're going to dry her off. Okie dokie. Easier if I just do it this way. So, hold up. Where's the camera? There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean it and use that to get the rest of them leaves and stuff off of this Tomahawk. Then, doggone it, left it over there. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. So then what I do, gosh darn, is I take just a little bit of rim oil, real light, because this one's bigger than the Fast Hawk. What I did with the Fast Hawk was I just sprayed it here on the edge and just use my fingers like I'm about to do here. And you don't have to use your fingers. You can use a rag if you want to. It's your world. You know, paint happy trees wherever you want to. So I'm using my fingers. I'm wiping it down. And your world, you might be using a rag. You never know. So it's just everybody in their own happy little world, their own happy little quarantine these days. Anyhow, that's all clean and protected. Unfortunately, that was also kind of dumb, because I got a couple more things to tear up. Are you ready? So y'all, kind of a funny coincidence. If you watched my quick tip about get a map, I did not realize it had come out in a time when we were going to find out that a country music singer had gotten himself lost on his own property for 7 hours and had to call the police to come help him. Guys, don't pull a cane, and I'm going to help you out with that, okay? We're going to go ahead and learn how to read maps and compasses probably pretty quick, okay? So you don't get lost on your own 30 acres. But y'all do realize that if you're in a new place, especially, hopefully the situation, the way it works in my head is he had just got the place and they were going out looking around, or maybe they're on a place that they just hadn't gone to yet, you know, and got turned around and saw things differently than they had before. But, you know, I get that. I get that. And I ain't going to be one of them that try to tell you, you know, you ain't no country music singer or nothing like that, because you can't navigate your own property. Y'all, we all get lost sometimes. Okay, it happens. That's why Jesus came to save us all. I was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. Yes, sir. Here we go. Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Ooh. Well, that is one heck of a way to top a pineapple. Alright. There's still some of y'all that think putting pineapple on pizza is acceptable. And I'm here to tell you that no, it ain't. Alright, y'all, let's take a look at this here. Oh. Huh. Very interesting. I tell you what, pineapple's a gift that just keeps giving as far as Tomahawk targets go. Ugh. Tomahawk smells like pineapple, and it's your fault. And that was mine. Okay. You want to play rough? I can play rough. I know your games. I have plenty of my own. In fact, here you go. Oh. So I know I said it. Never throw a perfectly good Tomahawk. This is the one situation where I retract that statement, and I'll act like I never said it. attack the pineapple. Or miss the pineapple. That's cool too. Can I hit it from between the sawhorses? You guys would never see if I did. I could have lied. But instead I figured, let's just set you guys up to watch the stupidity. We have our pineapple right there. We have sawhorses there and there. There is also still the board on top. So I have a gap to throw through. That is approximately 4 feet wide by 3 foot tall. Y'all, I really don't know if I can. Oh, there we go, there we go. Gotta do it backwards. Sorry y'all can't see this, but probably wouldn't want to anyway. Here we go. Oh, that was a bad one. All right, here we go. Oh. All right, y'all, I'm done playing. We got more important things to do. Gots to be professional. Now, some of y'all may have wondered, can you throw a Tomahawk into metal? Y'all, I am going to tell you right now, that is a very, very dangerous idea. Very dangerous idea. Very dangerous idea. Y'all, I cannot stress it enough. Don't do that. And here's the reason why. Y'all, this is very hard. But it's also curved and has a little bit of give. It's got this support here, which is great. But y'all, I'm telling you, don't do this at home. I'm only doing it here so that you can see what happens and hopefully satiate your curiosity. Alright? So, that's boring. Let's give me something to throw at. Masterpiece. Okay. Here we go. I'm not throwing my shiny pretty good ones at this. And I'm going to get back as far as I can to throw this because I do expect it to bounce. Hopefully it doesn't break my nice spoon. Here we go. Pass up. Send it. It helps if you hit the target. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so the first thing that stands out is I don't think the blade hit first. And if you look here on the Fast Hawk, you can see a little bit of that paint wore off where it smacked him right between the eyes. Now that's pretty bad for Mr. Bill there. And then the blade came and hit right here. So what'd that do to our Tomahawk? Y'all, the Fast Hawk holds firm. This is, yes, this is probably the one, yeah. This was the one that had hit the other one. And it had messed that tip up a little bit before. Alright, here we go with my favorite multi-roll Tomahawk. The M48 Tactical Tomahawk. Again, I'm getting back here. And we're going to throw up Mr. Bill there. Looks like we gave him an ear piercing. He'll fit in today's world. Let's inspect the damage. Right here. Focus. Right here. No, no, no. Focus. Focus, darn it. Focus. Alright. Move my finger up here. Okay. The tip of the spike was much more aggressive a minute ago. It drove straight into that guy's, Mr. Bill's ear there. and gave him a nice little a gauge, I guess, if you're into that. I'm not. Okay, who shall we throw next? Aha! Let's keep it in the family. M48 Destroyer Tactical Tomahawk. Yay! I hit that one a little low. Maybe we'll leave the yee out. Maybe that's what threw me off. And I'll throw it backwards and see what happens. Oh! That's not bueno. And now, the final contestant on Can You Break That? The Smith&Wesson Extraction and Evasion. Enunciate, you redneck. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to throw it backwards like I did the Destroyer Tomahawk. Here we go. Okie dokie. So y'all, this ain't having nearly as much bounce. I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I'm going to come up here just a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. Because one thing I did not mention earlier is the distance at which you throw will affect how your blade hits your target, as well as the number of rotations as it's being thrown. Y'all, that's really technical, detailed information, and if you really want to know, there's a lot of good folks that can teach you all about that. But it's all up to your arm length, tomahawk length, distance, as far as sticking that point right in there where you want it. So, without further ado, let's see what we can do to you, Mr. Bill. Good night. Y'all, yeah, I'm just going to move the whole tripod. I did not expect the blade to do that to this metal. I had no cause to expect anything like that could happen with these things. And I'm quite impressed. I mean, the Destroyer Tomahawk did it down yonder, but it's a very sharp one to do that. Let's flip it around, see what happens with the spike. I am so sorry, Mr. Bill. You now have a gauge in your cheek, and that looks to be a pretty aggressive one. Congratulations. You're styling. So, y'all, a couple things to consider when you're throwing tomahawks. Number one is expect it to bounce back. Now, I do recommend it as a family sport. Get together out there and throw tomahawks as family. Great way to get your family together. But use wisdom. Use caution and think safety first. If you're going to take your family out there to throw tomahawks and you've never done it, you need to go out there before you take your family out there. Throw it a few times, practice, learn what you're doing. Then go out there knowing what to expect when throwing tomahawks. And keep your family safe. Y'all, these are not toys. These are not toys. These are tools, these are equipment, and they are very, very dangerous. Tomahawk was designed for war. So have no doubts in your mind its capabilities of accidentally hurting somebody really, really bad. Don't play with these things. Alright? The only reason I'm doing it is to show you what can happen when you do. Unfortunately, nothing bounced off of this the way I wanted it to. I wanted to have a nice, real scary bounce back to show everybody, y'all, this can happen. Also keep in mind, certain dumb people in the past have thought it was a good idea. Let me show you what I'm talking about. To throw a tomahawk at a spray paint can. This is the evidence of such stupid activity. Y'all, spray paint cans are highly pressurized. And it did produce the effect that I was looking for. Like I said, this was a long time ago, probably almost a decade. And anyhow, I threw this here Tomahawk. It comes in, hits the paint can. There's a small explosion as the pressure inside that can was suddenly released into the air, sending this Tomahawk 20 feet upwards. At first, I'm standing there looking at the thing going, oh, that's awesome. But then I realized, oh no, it's gotta come down. Y'all, if you're gonna throw Tomahawks, make a good target. I'm gonna come over here and show you how I made this one here, where my mistakes were, and the tips that I have to help you out in the future, alright? So let's go take a look at the target. I'm gonna show y'all a nice, safe way to make a good, soft target to throw your Tomahawks at. Not metal, not spray paint. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. If that thing had... Y'all, by all rights, if you think about it, a Tomahawk coming into a spray paint can has every possibility of blowing straight back the way it came at a much greater rate of speed. I cannot stress it enough, y'all. I was young. I was stupid. I have learned, and I am hoping to keep you from being young, stupid, and injured. I'm not saying you're young and stupid. Smart people make dumb decisions too. Alright? And you'll see when you get older. I know you hate hearing that. I did too. So now I can see you asking, how does one construct such a fine target as this? I used 4x6 and a piece of plywood here on the back. What I did was I ran wood glue all the way all over the back. Then as I was adding these in, I put wood glue around here. Thinking to myself, I don't want any metal in here to damage my Tomahawks. So I put it all together. I let it sit. I let it cure with pressure, mind you. And that didn't work. What I'll try to show you here. This is the back. What I wound up doing was taking 2 screws and screwing it into every block. Every single block. To hold it on there. Then I had to come back with L brackets and help hold this thing on because it still just wanted to flop in the wind. If I'd used thicker plywood, that may not have been an issue. But I used what I had. The base, y'all, you want a good sturdy base with plenty of support. This one here is imperfect. This whole target is imperfect. What I've got to do is reconstruct this bad boy. Hang on, tripod got messed up there. So what I'm going to do with the next one, y'all, is instead of using 4x6, I'm going to go ahead and use 2x6. Start in the middle. I'm going to place it down, glue it, leave it on there. I want this thing as solid as possible. and I want everything to stay together as good as well as possible. Alright, burn daylight. So, what I'm going to do next time is use 2x6s and screws. And I'm not going to have this thing, or these chunks, be 6 inches long. Instead, I'm going to back it off to probably about 4. Take a little bit of the weight off the top. I'm going to build a better base. I am so sorry, y'all. Did not plan on sharing how to build one of these today. But here's what you're going to do. 2x6, boom, stick it on there. You can screw it in, you can glue it in, whatever. Second 2x6, boom, screws in here. And then in the back. Next one, boom, screws in the back. And you're going to keep doing that and building the whole thing together, screwing the whole thing together. All right? Mine has a neck because I had an extra piece of wood. And I thought, you know what? That actually makes it look more like a body target. And if I stand up next to it, matches up pretty darn well, I think. He's a little bit wider than I am. Like I said, though, there's many practical uses for Tomahawks. So, let's take a look at some of them. Now, right now, I'm in an area where, yes, we have a trail, but we really don't come back here that often. If you look behind me, I see Bigfoot. No, I'm kidding. But Tomahawks are very handy in situations like this. Now, let's say for some reason, I want to go back in them trees. Now, some of you may have noticed I'm wearing tennis shoes today. Why would I be wearing shoes out in the woods? Personally, I don't recommend it. Wear boots. Get some good, thick boots. Why? Because guess what I'm about to talk about? That's right. It's Texas. It's summer. Snakes. Y'all. Even on your own property, there's going to be responsibilities that you have to take care of, such as keeping it maintained. You don't want to have a bunch of brush piles on your property, per se. You might, and if you have a reason to, great, go for it. I'm sure you already know, if you choose to have a brush pile, people have already told you left and right, that's a good way to get snakes. And they're right. And you know that. And I'm not saying that you don't. Basically, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence here. I really don't. But for those of you who may not have considered, here's how you can use a Tomahawk to help you check for snakes. Get this turned around. Alright, so I have these sticks here. There's a whole bunch of them. Now I want to clear my path and make sure that because there's a bunch of shade and color changes in this area right here, that's a good place for a snake to hide. I don't expect one to be here because even though this area isn't very well traveled, there's a lot of cats out here, and they like to keep them snakes pretty well handled. But you never know. So, here we go. Here's what I would do to keep from sticking my hand in this area and getting snake bit. Use your Tomahawk. He's your friend. He's here to help you. Thank you, Mr. Tomahawk. You are welcome, my friend. I am glad to be of service. See? It's an awesome, awesome relationship for you. Tomahawk, though he may get bit, is immune to snake venom. And hopefully snake bites. I don't see it doing anything. But y'all, I'm just kind of creeping through here, keeping an eye on my entire surroundings all the time. And this is what you should be doing as you're watching for snakes, especially if you're wearing these nice, pretty little shoes. So, you're keeping an eye out, you're keeping an eye on the ground. In some areas, it may behoove you to keep an eye in the trees as well, and not have something come crawling down your shirt. Give you the heebie-jeebies, or maybe a little something worse. But y'all, I mean, there's a lot of dead bark in here. And just to... That crap's just annoying. I'm going to keep coming in nice and easy now. Keeping an eye on areas where there's a lot of places for snakes to hide. And y'all, if you don't think snakes are good at hiding, go to the zoo and check out the reptile house. See how hard it is to find some of them snakes. They've had years to adapt to their environment, and they have done it well. You guys, I don't like snakes, except the rattlesnake, but I respect the crap out of them. I mean, you cannot tell me that there is anything more stealthy, except maybe an owl, than a snake. An owl? What do you mean an owl? Owl's stealthy? They're all woo woo. Okay, yeah. Owls will make noise that you can hear. And when they take off, yes, they do make noise. But did you know the feathers of an owl are so finely tuned and adapted that as it glides through the air, it is almost completely silent. Cool fact. Now you know. Oh. Now, I am sure that many of y'all have seen tests like this. They set up their water bottles, they take their knife, they see how many it can go through. I don't see the point. I don't really care how much water it can go through. But you know what? Let's waste some life-saving water, shall we? Okay. That cut all 4 bottles completely in half. And spilled all my life-saving water everywhere. Kind of a bummer, but I hope it looked awesome. One more thing, y'all. Before we get to making sure that we do destroy a Tomahawk, because that is going to happen. I just didn't tell you how. There's one more practical application for Tomahawk I can think of right off the top of my head. There's going to be plenty more Tomahawk videos, and y'all, I'm sure by then, more will have popped up. So other than chopping, chipping, cutting, breaching, obstacle removal, checking for snakes, moving things, you could, honestly, guys, you can take a Tomahawk and build a shelter. Don't believe me? One day I'll do it. You can also hunt with a Tomahawk. Well, duh, yeah. Here's how you do it. Throw the thing on a horizontal plane, just like you would a Kylie or hunting boomerang, throwing stick. The only difference is you got a nice, comfortable little handle instead of the opposite end of a boomerang, which I can tell you from experience is a little awkward figuring out how to throw the first couple times. Horizontal throwing plane. And what you're going to do is you're going to throw it just like this.
Ah, dang it! That's gonna need
Was that too
stitches.
Well, let's just back it up and give you guys a better look. Throwing a Tomahawk on a horizontal plane. I'll come up here so you can see what I'm doing. Granted, throwing it like so, I realize my arm is not lined up with my Tomahawk anymore as the way it was. Now I'm going to, again, get it nice and straight. This is going to help you get the rotation that you need, and you're going to want this thing spinning fast if you're trying to hunt small game with it. It's also why we're throwing it on a horizontal plane. Personally, I've never accomplished a kill this way. In fact, I don't think I've ever even tried hunting this way, because I have better ways of doing it. But this is one way a Tomahawk could be used. So, horizontal throwing plane. Here's going to be the action. Right here. Just like you're chopping, but you're going to release right here. Alright? Ready? I got to back up instead of coming to the camera because I need to be in frame. Alright, so what we see here is, yes, that was high. I didn't want to tear up my stuff. You saw it fly horizontally, right? You're good? Okay, let's move on. So basically, if you're going to throw a Tomahawk to hunt small game, you're going to want it nice and low to the ground. You probably could. So y'all, I said we was out here to destroy a Tomahawk, didn't I? Turns out they're just too tough to do it by conventional means. And I'm out here to prove to my wife that I love her, gosh darn it. So I can at least put a bullet through one. But I'm giving them a sporting chance. And also advertising a future video, because I just got this upper receiver for this AR-10. It is an Anderson upper receiver I got from Skeleton Tactical. And you guys, it's pretty. But it's not sighted in with this scope, because this was the scope that was on my previous upper receiver. So at least this Tomahawk has a sporting chance, as I am a Marine firing Kentucky windage. But Devin, you love your Tomahawks. You'd never shoot one. I would for YouTube. Alright, you guys, which Tomahawk did I decide did not make the cut? This here Black Legion throwing axe. Now, I chose this Tomahawk because it just does not suit my needs, nor is it comfortable. Like I said, my rifle is not sighted in. To be more effective at this, I could have taken a few practice shots just to see kind of where it does actually hit. But it's a Tomahawk. I want to give it a sporting chance. And this is not the range at which I want my rifles sighted in at. So here we go, y'all. This is the very first shot from my rifle. Well, this is a .308 round, so I expect it to do a little bit of damage here. But I'm aiming right where the head and the handle meet. Okay, so I did not expect to hit it with the first round, even though we were that close. Yeah, let y'all see what's going on here, and we can. Yep. There's my entry hole right there. Y'all. Well, y'all, I think that counts for destroying a Tomahawk. Wasn't quite the way I had pictured it, but well, that's what we get sometimes. How's it throw? And now for something completely different. Y'all, we're going to do a hysterical reenactment. We're going back in time to December 16th, 1773 at Griffin's Wharf Harbor, Boston, Massachusetts. Now, it was here that American colonists decided they were going to dump 342 chests of British tea into the Boston Harbor. And what did they use? The song pass out! Well, but they would have if they had it. Or maybe they would have used the M48 Tactical Tomahawk. Probably would have been my choice if I was busting into a chest of tea, honestly. So, this hysterical reenactment. Y'all don't read my notes now. This hysterical reenactment is going to demonstrate my 3 recommendations of Tomahawks in their classes, their weight class, if you will. We got featherweights, we got the medium weight, and the heavyweight. And you might already have an idea of which ones I chose.
What are you doing in my chair?
You told me to come up here and do this.
I said record the intro to the historical reenactment. Nothing about using notes or sitting in my chair.
You use notes too, and you're trying to be professional.
Well, you ain't even supposed to be inside, man. That weird crap you eat, and you always leave crumbs attracting ants.
Fine. I'll do my videos in the woods.
Yeah, you do that, and turn off the lights and camera.
Hey, you guys, vote for your favorite host, would you? Devin with an exclamation point? Or Fuddy Duddy?
I heard that!
That's right. I'm giving the British all 3 of my recommendations. Sog Fast Hawk, M48 Tactical Tomahawk, and the Smith&Wesson Extraction and Evasion. You guys, you find tomahawks similar to this style, and you can't go wrong. That is 100% certified by Devin Anderson as far as he knows to this date. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Y'all, let's just make this a thing. If you have something that you want me to try to destroy with a tomahawk, or see if we'll destroy a tomahawk, send it to me. I will gladly film it, record it, and see if tomahawk can go through it.